divisional playoff weekend. By the way, I'm 2-0 so far. Whatever there. But it's time for the Sunday picks. First up, you have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers. These two teams met each other not week one, but earlier in the season, and the Panthers actually won that one. In fact, they have won the last 4 meetings between these two teams. So it's safe to say that these two teams know each. So it's safe to say the Panthers have had the Niners' number, so to speak. As we all know about the Carolina Panthers. You know, they started 1-3 or something like that, finished 11-1. And of course, people are going to use excuses. The last time the 49ers and the Panthers faced off, the Niners weren't healthy, and that's why the Panthers were able to win. I call bullshit on that because let's be honest here. It's what backups are for, okay? I mean, deal with it. The Panthers beat the Niners fair and square. It's just simple as that. Well, now it's put up or shut up. So, who will face the Seattle Seahawks? Who will go to Seattle? I think now, last I checked, the Panthers are the underdogs by 1.5 or whatever there. But I think the Niners are going to win. I really do. They haven't won a divisional road playoff game since 1970. And something tells me I should change that pick, and I might. Because this is a tough fucking game. It's got 2 pretty badass defenses. But I think with Jim Harbaugh and just the guy with the coaching experience, because he's been there twice already. And with Ron Rivera, who's new at this playoff thing, and plus we don't know about the health of Steve Smith and everything. I don't think the Panthers receiving core is that good. So yeah, for now, I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, it's a fucking pick'em game, but there's no doubt in my mind. That is until tomorrow, but whatever there. Now the second game of the week. This is another rematch. This is actually the rubber match. We all know it by now. It's the San Diego Chargers, the Denver Broncos. These two teams met twice because they meet twice every fucking year. Let's see. First meeting, Broncos were up 28-6. And of course they won, and of course the Chargers nearly came back and nearly won the fucking game. I wasn't surprised that. I wasn't surprised that the Chargers were going to make it a game out of it. I initially took the Chargers on that week. Thankfully I changed it to the Broncos. That was the first week time. Second time, of course, which was just like a month ago. We all know the story now. The Chargers beat the Broncos, upset them 27-20. And the reason why the Chargers won that game is not because of the loss of Wes Welker. Okay, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? It wasn't because of the loss of Wes Welker. It's because the Chargers did a good job of keeping Peyton Manning off the field. Okay, plus the Broncos one of the dumbass fucking defenders on 4th and 4 jumping offside. And not only that, but take off more precious seconds that the Broncos and Peyton Manning could have used to get back in the fucking game. So you can't come up with that excuse that it was Wes Welker. Okay, get the fuck out of here. And of course, people were using other excuses like, when the Broncos lost to the Patriots, this has nothing to do with this matchup, but they lost Julius Thomas. And so, which I call bullshit on because they blew a 24-0 lead. No excuse for that. That's the thing. If you're a good enough football team, you should have no problem. No excuses. And then getting back to the Charger game, what the fuck? Had the Broncos beaten the Chargers, had the Broncos swept the Chargers like they were supposed to, Chargers weren't in the playoffs to begin with. And guess what? They're the hot team right now. And they're the more confident team. So I'm not surprised that there are a few people on YouTube picking against Denver. Mainly because it's the playoffs and it's Peyton Manning. And here's the thing though. Last I checked, when a Peyton Manning-led football team, which sadly goes back to the Colts, but the only time Peyton Manning has won a divisional playoff game as the number 1 or number 2 seed, they only won once. Of course, that one time happened to end up being a trip to the Super Bowl at the end of the day. But they still lost because they were playing the Saints. They won't be playing the Saints this year because we all know that by now. I don't know how I'm going to pick this game. I was going to do the 7-quarter coin flip in the Super Bowl, and I still will, but this is such an important game. Because you would think that it's time for Peyton Manning to win a playoff game again. Get back to the swing of shit. But this is going to be ridiculous, so bear with me. But I got 7 quarters. Let's do this. Coin flip time. Oh, landed heads, so Denver's technically in the lead, I guess. Let's see, landed head last time, so here we go. I was going to take San Diego, and then something told me to take the Broncos. I'm not sure, so this will be the final result. Oh, San Diego ties the game. They tied the game, people. Although that coin flip was a lousy flip anyway. Oh, heads. Denver's back on top. People. Denver's really on top now. Holy shit, one more, and then maybe. One more. Oh, San Diego coming back. San Diego is coming back. It landed tails. We're tied up. We're going to 7. Last one. It landed tails. So, sadly, people, let me get a few more things out of the way. The only way Denver's going to win this game is if they blow out. They get up to a 21-0 lead and keep fighting and scoring points on them. But this is the playoffs. You cannot do that fucking shit. So with that in mind, I hate to do this. I hate to join these fucking group. Although I am dying for someone to convince me to change my mind on this. I gotta take the Chargers. Denver's defense, I understand Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie's back, who also didn't fucking play. So what? I'll change this pick. Maybe. But I gotta take the San Diego Chargers to win. That's right, win against Denver. I'm dying for someone to convince me otherwise. And I I don't want to hear about Wes Welker. I don't want to hear about the weather, okay? I don't want to hear about all this shit. I want to hear about Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. I want to know how Denver's going to win this game. Holy fucking shit. But that's my pick. But all picks will be changed. All picks may be changed in the description down below. So you might want to stay tuned. But that's it. That's all. Till next time. Later, fuckers.